time next Sunday evening in Paris against Scotland. If it stays like this, and it surely seems that it will stay like this. And for France, it will be a trip
by the tunnel, please.
Saturday night, Cardiff, against the one they all wanted to avoid, including coach Lafreda, the crossed arms of O'Sullivan, and that said it all as well.
It wasn't meant to be New Zealand in Cardiff, but Argentina have just turned this on its head.
Time, Green.
Ranked 4 in the world, they're playing like a semi-final team at the moment.
Hold.
Durand, but illegal use of the hand when the ball was in the
There
ruck.
you go. Play.
And Boss to Leamy.
Lost forward. Double knock-on, was it Mark or not?
Nothing's happened for O'Gara, has it? His knock-on.
Well, not in the World Cup in general for O'Gara. But it has for Hernandez, restored today at fly half. And although he was feeling it in the first half, he's had a hamstring problem and also a dead leg. He is going to be central to Argentina's cause. First against Scotland in the quarter-final and then maybe beyond. We'll have to wait and see. Omar Hassan of Toulouse. And again, you can see the depth that Argentina have in the forward department, and you think that Marcos Ayerza has not been involved because of injury. It is some pack.
I tell you, Roncero has been absolute dynamite for Argentina today on the loose head. He's so fast on the ball. He's another back rower for them.
Pichot. I think he thought a decision was coming.
Your own player. It's your own player's foot.
Our hotel's going to be noisy tonight. There are a lot of Argentine fans there, and Paris is ready to become South America.
And back in South America,
Here it is.
they'll be watching this, and they will be loving every minute. And they will be in Argentina adopting the rugby side with, well, maybe not the same kind of passion as the football team that have to go some, but passion is the word in Argentine sport. And there are shirts all around us being ripped off and swirled around in the air.
Pause, engage.
From the chaps, I hasten to add.
Play on, balls out, knock on, advantage Green.
I suppose there has to be a downside. Boss, O'Gara,
Advantage over.
and O'Driscoll.
He's got it, he's fine. Play on.
Hernandez. Murphy. But there are very few negatives for Argentina out of this performance and out of this World Cup.
Coming out 6.
Again the turnover, again the drop goal ready.
Pichot, Hernandez off the left boot to show that it can be done. A hat-trick for Hernandez. And Argentina, the world will listen now. The world will surely listen.
The maestro with his left foot finishes Ireland off. This guy has it all. Beautiful strike. He controlled the game in the first half. His kicking asked Ireland the questions. They didn't have the answers. In the second half, Lafreda's pack and their ability at the turnover have carried the game, and it is a comprehensive win. It is not to be the last tango in Paris yet. Argentina will go on to the quarter-finals, and Scotland will be serious underdogs. Ireland are going home, and Argentina will go back to their headquarters, believing in anything. This has been a definitive win.
It was Ireland who started today as underdogs, not the group, not right at the beginning, but the way it's panned out for Ireland this World Cup. They knew that today was going to be a very difficult one at the office. And now, in the end, Paul D for Ireland did stand for the death of a World Cup dream. And Argentina have laughed in the face of the D word. For them, it is now a World Cup full of life. They faced and overcame France and now Ireland. And that means no All Blacks for Argentina in the quarter-final. And for Ireland, well, tonight it is All Black, but not in the way they wanted it to be. A comprehensive win, and Argentina have proved their point, and they will still feel that there are many more points to prove in this World Cup. Jim.
Thank you very much indeed, Miles. Thanks to Stuart Barnes as well. Ireland needed a massive sporting upset here, and it was never, ever on. Great credit to Argentina. Ireland have never been beyond the quarterfinals in the Rugby World Cup. They won't even get that far this time. But next up for these fellas, it's Scotland. Argentina are through to the quarterfinals, and it feels great. Argentina haven't even got a professional game in their own country. They perfect their craft here in Europe, and they have proved too good for the Irish, winning by 30 points to 15 and knocking Ireland out in the process. So no Wales and no Ireland in the quarterfinals, but that is how the final pool looks then. Argentina top, they will play Scotland here next weekend, and France have to go to Cardiff to play the All Blacks. Let's just confirm the full quarter-final lineup for you, shall we? Australia, England in Marseille next Saturday afternoon. Then New Zealand, France in the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff next Saturday night. South Africa against those Fijians, Marseille next Sunday afternoon. And across town here in the Stade de France, it is Argentina against Scotland. A word now with Brian O'Driscoll.
I think at parts we played some great rugby today. We were certainly the team that tried to go out and play. We had to. We just try and score 4 tries. It's difficult when you're playing against a team that refuses to play, in their own half, and for a large part, unless they're in your 22, kicking the ball in the air, and they have a good kicking game. Big boot on Hernandez, and they controlled it well, in fairness to them, and it's a difficult brand to play against, particularly when like I said, had to chase the 4 tries.
Okay, well, we heard him there all right. It's a bit of a struggle with it all, the noise. Commiserations, but really it was never on this, was it?
I was trying to stay positive before. Yeah, it was always going to be very, very tough. When you're chasing the 4 tries, it's much easier for the team to sit back, wait for you to make mistakes when you're trying to run the ball. And that's what Argentina did very well. They kept putting pressure on Ireland. I thought Ireland, can stand up, heads up, very proud. They did put a big performance. They didn't just go out to win, they went to try and get the 4 tries. Very disappointing tournament for Ireland, but I think this match today, Ireland can be proud of the Irish players.
Well, Thomas, the Irish did not do it for La France, and now you have to travel. You've got to go to Cardiff.
Yeah, well, it's a pain for us, because Wales, they vote for us to have this World Cup, and now we're going to have to play in Wales, so it's coming back on us. But, if we want to win this tournament, we will have to beat everybody. So we need to go to Cardiff, we have to beat the All Blacks, so let's try. We did it, 8 years ago, nobody gave us a chance, so why not do it again,
Okay, you keep that optimism going when you play the All Blacks, won't you? I know you will. The ball went down that Ireland line a few times. Jordan Murphy, long overdue, his first appearance in this Rugby World Cup, scored an outstanding second-half try.
Yeah, it was always going to be Jordan's type of game when the game opened up. And here you go, where Ireland are so good off first phase. Gets the ball out quickly to O'Driscoll, one-on-one, sees it toggle, gets out David Wallace, does so well in there, offload, and Jordan coming from depth at pace. He's just such a good reader of the game, and here you see it from this angle, it's even better. This long pass just takes out the midfield of Argentina, and quick hands. David, my brother, I can say, comes straight through. Good vision and a great pass out, but Murphy's line was just superb, perfectly timed, and unfortunately Ireland didn't get enough opportunities to try and pull that off, didn't get enough footholds in Argentinian territory because of Hernandez's boot, which really pinned Ireland back.
Well, let's talk about Hernandez. He was described as the best full-back in the world. He says, I'm not a fullback, I want to play number 10. An astonishing all-round performance from this fellow, Thomas.
He's maybe the best rugby player in the world at the moment. Every time, you know, he gets the ball, there's something happening. Here, you know, he's kicking, outstanding, you know, ball in hand. You know, every time, you know, he's well placed. On the high balls, you know, no problem. Okay, guys, I'm going to take it. And now he's making some yards, you know, put the team on the right way. Amazing, you know, everything he's got the ball. Every time he's got now kicking, you know, drop goal, right foot. Okay, I'm going to score some points. I'm going to put my team ahead, you know, and like this we can control the game much better. Again, drop goal, fantastic. You know, when you got such a player, it's really amazing. Again, there, kicking the high balls, catching it, making a right pass, really amazing. And here again, you know, same different angle, you know. But when you got that player, you know, you think, okay, what's going to happen? And every time he gets the ball,
and left foot here.
Left foot, magic, you know. Wow, he's a right footer, and here he can convert with his left foot. I think it's the best. We speak about Longo, Albacete, Pichot, Corletto, amazing today. But this guy made the difference today.
Okay, well, on the day when the Welsh coach Gareth Jenkins got the sack, the Ireland coach will not be feeling happy either. Let's have a word with him, shall we, with Eddie O'Sullivan.
Eddie, the game, you played some good rugby out there today, but up against this Argentinian side, you just think that you really couldn't do anything about it. Defensively and offensively, they were playing some fantastic rugby.
Yeah, they defended very well, and they kicked a lot of ball deep, and we had to try and run out of defence a lot. You know, we tried to mix between kicking it back and running back, and a lot of time we got ourselves into a bit of trouble. And you know, we needed to score 4 tries today. We gave it our best shot, but we just couldn't get enough field position to make it happen for us. I'm disappointed for the boys. They played their guts out there today. They tried right to the very end, but it wasn't to be. You know, it's been a tough World Cup for us. It's not for the want of trying, but that's the way it goes.
Thanks so much.
It's been a very tough World Cup indeed, isn't it, for all the players and for the coach there, and he will be very, very upset at the level of achievement of his team here in France.
Yes, and you know, today was it was an exception to how we've played in this tournament, but the early stages were, you know, were really embarrassing for Irish people back home. You know, we could have came to this game just needing a win to get through. Having to come here to score the 4 tries really turned the game in Argentina's favour. That match against Georgia, that match against Namibia, they were the ones where Ireland really left themselves
Just
down.
explain to me, what will the reaction be back in Ireland? Because under O'Sullivan, the country's had unbelievable success. Will they turn on him now?
Well, I think it's been pointed out that we won a few Triple Crowns, but we've never actually won a Six Nations. You know, World Cups, we've underperformed. You know, 2 months ago, O'Sullivan was going to be the Lions coach. He was a shoo-in for the job. I think that's a big turnaround now in the way we went in this tournament, where we really had potential and we didn't fulfill it.
Well, Ireland are leaving the World Cup stage here right behind us, and fantastic fans, fantastic. They're getting a really wonderful ovation, as indeed you would expect. Great credit to the fans, but it is Argentina's day, and don't they know it? And you know all about turnovers, you know all about how important it is to win that forward battle, and Argentina won it hands down today.
Especially in the second half, there was about 6-7 turnovers. It was just great play by Argentina. Their commitment at the breakdown is superb. I will say, I thought they went to ground a lot. They were diving in, but they seemed to get away with it in the second half. They were very well behaved in the first half. Second half, they did a lot. Ireland didn't counteract it, but then their counter-attacking play was superb as well. And with Ireland trying to have to run it the whole time, they could just pile in like this. As you see there, no one staying on their feet. You know, it's arguable should
they're
those be penalties.
Brilliant at that, though, Argentina, are they? They're brilliant at it.
I think they do it in so many numbers. They do make contact before they go to ground, but they just cause a big pile-up, and the ball always seems to come back on their side. And fair play, you know, if you can get away with it, keep on doing it.
Well, we've spoken about the brilliant Hernandez, but this fellow is the heartbeat of the Argentina side. He is the skipper, Gus Pichot.
Augustin, it's obviously a remarkable afternoon for you, a great result for you. I mean, this Argentinian side, they look unstoppable, playing against the top team as well, like Ireland.
I think we did a good game. We knew that Ireland was going to give it everything, and we just wanted to win the 4 games. That's what we came here for. That's what our objective was, and today we succeeded.
Now, regarding the quarter-final clash against Scotland, you know that you can play some good rugby against them. You know you can beat them.
We are not a team that can subestimate anyone. I think Scotland is a great team. They're in the top 8. We arrived also without being favourites, them as well. So let's go. We're going to go for it.
they will go for it, and they'll look to go all the way to the final as well. And behind me, Argentina are out there. They do not want to depart the stage. And Thomas, you know these guys well. They play, most of them play here in France. They're a remarkable group of players. They get nothing get them down.
Yeah, there's a spirit coming out from that team, and today they shown the world of rugby that they can win this World Cup. So I think we can expect some